Oh. Okay, so you see there it says how many people are watching. 0 now watching. So just sent out a tweet though, so people will start tuning in a minute. We're sitting here now. There are 2 people in. We're sitting here in Curio HQ, Curio headquarters here. Let me just see who's in. Okay, we got all right. People are tuning in. So I'm sitting here with Bob Rosenshine. Like I said, previous founder of Answers.com, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, still in the top 25 websites in the U.S.
20, yeah.
20. Sorry, oh my gosh. And now his newest baby is Curio. They just recently closed a nice round of financing, and they have some really nice things going on. They work with USA Today and some other big publishers, basically to enable, as of now, and this is something that currently exists but will be changing in the near future, or will be added to in the near future. They currently enable users to discover and learn about any topic in which they're interested. So if I'm reading something and I come across the word Apple, and I want to learn what Apple is, I long press on the word, and it jumps me. Give a hug for me, Mike Ranoff says. And it jumps up a nice, beautiful overlay and tells me everything I need to know contextually about that word. You know, let's say in Apple's case, it will say apple.com. You know, show me the website. It will show me a Wikipedia search. It will show me, some history, a real-time Twitter search, and everything I need to know about that term. So that's Curio. And like I said, right now it's they're working with publishers and consumers, but they have a lot planned in the pipeline, and you're gonna have to stay tuned for that. But I think this is an amazing opportunity to learn from a very seasoned entrepreneur and ask questions. We have 17 people now watching, by the way. And what do we have here that I recognize? We have we have Shai Knecht, Michael's brother-in-law, and I see Mike Granoff, the legendary. We have someone from Meerkat. I'm not sure who that is, but I'm looking a lot. Meerkat guys, you should definitely make this more visible. The icons that I actually can see easier who is tuned in. But in any case, it's a lot of fun. There are 20 people tuned in right now, and like I said the other day we had 100, but that was a different time. What time is it right now? 11:30. Maybe we'll get some nice numbers here. See, Daniel Treisman is tuned in. You know Daniel Treisman? You know him, right?
Hi, Daniel. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are working together.
Mazal Tov in your recent bar mitzvah.
Right, Mazal Tov, and now you made me feel bad because I couldn't go. Anyway, so let's just start with kind of like the obvious question, Bob. You've been an entrepreneur for how many years?
Over 25 years.
So, I mean, some debate the definition of success. I think no one debates your success. Obviously, Answers is a beast of a company and of a website. How do you explain its success? And we're going to get to Curio. I just want to give some kind of context and some background of where you come from. How did Answers grow? How did it become so successful? And think about kind of the people that are watching and what they can learn from it when you answer that question.
Well, a lot of it has to do with perseverance and living through and surviving the many ups and downs in any normal business, software or otherwise. So in the case of Answers.com, we had plenty of ups and downs, but the final push was quite positive. We got to profitability, we got to a very rapid growth. But how do I define it? I define it as having the stick-to-itiveness to get there.
Hard work, no shortcuts.
Well, there's also a lot of luck involved and timing involved. Good people involved. Obviously, you have to have a good idea, good financing.
Sorry, let me interrupt you. Someone said, "Can we see Bob's face?" Do you guys not see? Is there something wrong with the picture? Because I'm looking at both me and Bob. Are you guys not seeing Bob's face? And also, is the audio video in sync? Because I know I haven't done this in landscape before. I've done it in portrait, and there might be some sort of a bug with Meerkat in landscape. So let me know how the video and audio quality is. And not really sure why you're saying you can't see Bob's face. Let me know. That's a little worrisome because his face is quite a sight to behold. It's way better looking than my face. So let me know what's going on with that. But continue, Bob. Sorry.
Anyway, timing, financing, good idea, good team, obviously are all key. But, getting that combination of getting the right idea, the right time, the right partners, the right market, all help. You need to, as an entrepreneur, really succeed on 5 or 6 fronts. A large company can fail in 1 or 2. But if it's got the push or the branding. But a small company's really got to make it happen on the marketing side, the product side, the technical side, the support side, engineering, and of course.
How long did it take from launch till you reached that?
Oh boy, we founded the company in 1999, and it really started to take off in 2005. We were very fortunate to have a deal with Marissa Meyer.
Landscape not working, they're saying, so I don't know what's up with that. Let me put it this way, I guess. Let's see, maybe that will work. I don't know. How's that, guys? Can you see us both? See 25% of both faces. Meerkat guys, fix this, man. What's going on? All right, I'm in portrait now. Is this better, guys? We'll let you continue in a second. Just let me know how this is, guys, right now. Can you see both of us? I just changed it to portrait, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on right now. It's a little bit strange. You definitely
Maybe
need
the
to.
transition didn't work.
Yeah, you definitely need to be seeing better. He said it's better. All right, let's continue. Oops, let's continue like this, and let me know, guys, how it is, and we'll continue. So continue, Bob. Sorry.
We were very fortunate that Answers.com, we launched the product called Answers.com at the beginning of 2005, and within 2 or 3 weeks we had a deal with Google. Actually, Marissa Meyer is
Wait,
Google.
within how long?
Well, we had negotiated the arrangement before we launched Answers.com, but 3 weeks after we launched Answers.com as a product,
Wow.
as a new product, a renamed, rebranded, re-business modeled product.
Amazing.
We had a deal with Google where they put a special link on every one of their English language results pages to Answers.com. It was a great deal. We loved it.
All right, I'm going to ask you the question that everyone's thinking. How the hell did you land that deal? Because that's what everyone wants. How did you land that deal? In 2 to 3 weeks of launching a product, you had a deal with Google that they were linking to you?
No. First of all, the product existed in various forms beforehand, but at the beginning of 2005, we rebranded. We took actually 5 big risks at the time. We changed the name from GuruNet to Answers.com.
Okay, great name change, obviously.
I liked GuruNet a lot, but Answers.com tested better.
Mm-hmm.
Also, all of our Russian employees called it GuruNet.
Let me just interrupt you. Notice what he just said. I think he probably takes it for granted as a seasoned entrepreneur, but it tested better, meaning they tested everything. Everything was data driven. It's not trivial. No, that's not trivial. I think to most startups, people do go by a hunch.
Well, we do tend to fall in love with our ideas, and we worked so hard on it. It worked. We can't. This is who we are, and in fact, who we are has to change sometimes with the times.
Great, and I think Meerkat's the perfect example of that. Right?
Yeah,
You have an error, and then they said this isn't working, or
the post I read about Meerkat was that literally the question was asked whether we should shift all resources to this new product because traction.
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
I congratulate them.
It's actually really interesting because I think the Wall Street Journal tweeted yesterday that wrote an article that they had 150,000 users. I heard a number that was astronomically bigger than that, but either way, 150,000 users or 150,000 active users in 2 weeks is impressive. I wonder what the real numbers are. I'm meeting them tomorrow. I'm definitely going to ask them then. I'm going to force an answer out of them because I'm genuinely curious because everyone's obviously buzzing about Meerkat. So I'm really curious what that buzz does.
Great product, great team.
So continue, yes.
So we also changed the business model. We also changed our emphasis from a download to a website at the time.
Interesting.
We put a new UI. In fact, it was very interesting. Marissa actually suggested the change.
Marissa Mayer, that is, by the way.
Marissa Meyer.
He's on a first name basis with her.
No, I mentioned her full name before. Marissa was running Google.com website at that point, and she said, "Put everything on one long page. You'll like it." And I said, "No."
This was what year?
2004. At the end of 2004.
So we're talking before the whole iPhone revolution.
Oh yeah. So
it's interesting because now it's a given. But
what she knew at the time, and she explained it. She said people are very comfortable with the scrolling vertically,
right?
Horizontally not as much. Now you see swiping a lot, but she was very comfortable. She said people are very comfortable with page up, page down, and scrolling.
Smart
and
woman,
just try it. She was very smart, and I actually wasn't convinced at the beginning. We tried it, and of course she was right. And we also put it in Wikipedia at the time. We made a number of changes. And
so you owe a lot of success to Marissa.
Oh, tremendous.
Wow.
I'm very grateful to her. Also, it was interesting because I don't want to mention other big companies, but there were other big software companies with whom we spoke. And it's like pulling teeth, the decision process and the committees and the risk adversity. And Marissa at that point ran Google.com to the extent that she was able to make a call. Within a couple of weeks, it was in test. And within a couple of weeks, it was released. Now, what's funny about it is she could have taken it off just as quickly.
Right.
But we actually had that link on their page for, must have been 4 years.
Wow.
It was a long time. A tremendous amount of traction we got from Google at the time.
Eyeballs.
Yeah. The first day was like over 500,000.
Do you remember that first day though? Like when you first got that, I guess that email or whatever it was that said you were going live.
Right.
Like, I can't
Well,
imagine.
it kicked in stages. So we saw from this data center and that data center, and then it just was like a deluge. We were ready for it and very excited about it. I actually said to her once.
Did you crash at any point?
No, we kept up with it at that point. But I asked her, I said, Marissa, do you want us to put the Google logo on the pages you send us for free? She said, no. I said, do you want us to pay you for that? We will. She said, no.
Amazing.
I said, why are you putting Answers.com on all these pages? And she said, I just love your product. And that matters. Well, the point is, it does matter. By the way, that's not when Answers.com became profitable, but that's when it got on the map. A year later, we put in user-generated content, Wiki Answers, and it all started to take off. And it became a very large site, and I think we were also at the right place at the right time. We had the right team and the right product, but a lot of pieces
Right,
go
so
into it.
Bob will never take credit for anything, but obviously a major part of that the success is Bob. Whatever he doesn't like when
I'll take credit for helping to get the team in the right place, but we had a lot of people working very hard.
who closed
on
all the
getting
deals. Who was the one that spoke to Marissa?
I did, but some I did and some other people did. So I
too
can't take
humble for
all.
his own- he's too humble for his own.
It's the reality. You gotta,
All right,
you gotta
enough
take
of that.
yourself to.
Okay, it's true. I learn humility from Bob every time we meet. Okay, so talking about Curio, how did this come to be? When did it happen? And like, what's I mean, you can say they're in the same kind of like universe. So how did
Space, yeah, content discovery. Look, I think when we sold Answers.com, they've done tremendous.
How much did you
things
sell
with
it, by the way?
We sold it for $127 million, but it's worth many times that now. They have included it with a bunch of other companies. The company that bought us, really, we were bought by Summit Partners, a large venture firm, a private equity firm in California and Boston. And they actually teamed us up with one of their portfolio companies called Announce Media. And Announce Media changed its name to Answers Corporation.
Wow.
So, and they've also bought a bunch of other companies and been tremendously successful with the property. It's still top 20. It's worth many
Top
times.
20. It's like I can't even imagine how much traffic that is. It's
it's
unbelievable.
huge.
Who are the other
They're
sites,
doing
by the
great
way, in the top 20?
Well, other sites, the top sites, of course, are Google, Facebook, Yahoo. I would say Microsoft. AOL is still up there with the Wikimedia properties. New York Times is up there. Apple.com is one of the top 20 sites. So, eBay. There are, but top 20 is still a big accomplishment for smaller sites such as ours.
By the way, guys, if you have any questions for Bob, feel free to ask in the comments, and we'll try to answer them. Bob will try to answer them on the spot. But I'm continuing because I can ask questions all day long. Anyway, Meerkat just favorited it. I don't know. They didn't retweet. They favorited it. Anyway, okay, go on.
Well, thank you. We actually had more unique visitors, which is what we were measuring ComScore numbers per month. I think we're up to 54 million in the U.S., 95 million in.
Yeah, so I just got a phone call, and that's why it got cut out. I'm telling you guys, Meerkat, you need